Chanel, and I just want to start off by saying I love you guys, like from the bottom of my heart, because clearly you're bomb as fuck because you subscribe to me. So if you're a new viewer of my content, go ahead and subscribe, and if you're a returning subscriber, like I said, I already love you guys. It's all love, period. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm about to get in on something that I should have said from the beginning, and that's safety tips on sugar daddy dating. Like all around safety, because guess what? Safety is first, okay?
Safety is first. Okay.
Because I'm about to give y'all some safety tips on sugar daddy dating. So let's just go ahead and get into the video. First off, I'm not advocating for nobody to go out there and meet up with an old ass stranger, okay?
Let's make that clear.
Okay? I'm not advocating for nobody to send out their bank account information, okay? I'm not. All right, so the first thing I want to say is transactions. Do not give them your bank account information. I said this in the last video, but like people are still messaging me saying, but they keep asking for my bank account information. Okay, they can keep asking and you can keep saying no. I would even block them. Like, what do they need your bank account information for when there's Cash App, Zelle, PayPal? Like, just ghetto to ask for your bank account information. And like I said, you should be asking for theirs. So now that we got that out the way, another thing that I want to say, somebody asked if Cash App is safe. Like, what if they can hack your Cash App? I see people post their Cash App on the Shade Room. I seen people post their Cash App under celebrities who have millions of followers page. I see people post their Cash App when it's their birthday. I know I post my Cash App. You know, I post my Cash App whenever it's convenient. So no, I don't think that it's harm giving out your Cash App, your Zelle, or your PayPal. I think, and PayPal is one of the most secure places that you can do business transactions on. I don't fuck with them because it's something that happened in the past, but I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with y'all. So I mean, if you still like PayPal, use PayPal nevertheless. But I will say that it's pretty safe. Now, someone said, and I'm just going off the top of my dome because I'm actually about to be go off top of my dome and remember, and I'm sorry that I'm waving this 99-cent lip gloss, which is really good lip gloss, by the way. But another thing that people are saying about meeting up with them, like, what if you're scared to meet up with them? Like, I really don't want to meet up with them, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so find sugar daddies that are strictly online. But then another thing that is, I would never tell somebody, if you're telling me that you're scared to meet up with these people, I cannot convince you to meet up with them. Like, I'm literally going to tell you the opposite. You're scared to meet up with them? Okay, don't meet up with them. Like,
I want to add in, never let money cloud your better judgment. Also, try to avoid meeting them at nighttime.
For myself, and I'm not meeting them at night. They go to their houses. I don't go to... One sugar daddy actually went to his little barbecue that he had with his family or whatever, and it did get kind of late. But as soon as I seen the sun coming down, I knew it was time for me to go ahead and dip on out. You know what I'm saying? I don't hang out with them at nighttime. Sorry, not sorry. And I don't want nobody in the comments like, how is that possible? Blah, 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 blah. It's very fucking possible, okay? It's 24 hours in a day. So if you can't meet me between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m., then you're not for me.
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
Ladies, let's be smart and not make the first dates at nighttime. I know everybody has different schedules, and if you're comfortable with meeting them at nighttime, then to each his own. The only sugar daddies that I have met at nighttime are ones who were like consistent. Like I said, I had one for 2 years. So yes, we would meet at nighttime and go to the movies, and we would meet at nighttime and maybe go to a nice dinner. But like your first time or first few times meeting them, no nighttime. No.
Kind of nervous. What I will say is always send your friends your location. Do not meet with them like on the wind. Like, I think a lot of people have messaged me and they got new life. When I say start a new life, mixed up with a secret life. Now, I do have secret Snapchats and stuff like that because my family don't want to be in the mix of this fucking ratchet activities I do to get money. But I will say that my sisters, my best friends, all of them know what I do, and I always send them my location. I always tell them, okay, I'm gonna meet up with him a coffee here. So what I will say is always send your location. Always meet them in the most public. If you gotta meet them in the center of a super Target, if you gotta meet them in the produce aisle to make you feel comfortable, then they should be willing to make you feel comfortable, period. I say send your location. Always tell people where you're going. Do not keep your sugar daddy hunting a secret from your family and friends. Tell it to people that you trust. Like, do not try to have a secret life because it's really dangerous to be meeting up with all these guys and not telling your family and friends. Like, that's really important. Also, another thing I will say about online sugar daddies and like ways to like make sure they are who they say they are, I would research them. Another thing is like they give you their real names on the apps and all that stuff. Look up their Facebook. Just make sure they are who they say they are. Most of these people are verified, but just to be on the safe side. Also, don't tell them your job. Don't give them your address. Like, literally, don't give them nothing. And I made this very clear. We change your name to Brianna, Dana, Asha, Emily. Like, when you're changing your name, you're no longer who you are. So like, why would you give them your address? Why would you give them your work address? Like, literally Google occupations and pick which occupation that you're doing. I mean, it's simple as that. You are no longer who you are. So I just feel like it's so much easier to come up with a job. And then go into your notes on your iPhone and write down all the stuff that you're telling them, because it's easy to get caught up lying. I have acute narcissism, so it's easy for me to come up with stuff off my dome. So I don't really have an issue with remembering this stuff, but I did have to write down some things, especially for my sugar daddies that I actually met up with in person. And I just have to remember like the stuff that I'm saying. Like if I ever told them I had a kid or something like that, and they'd be like, "Where's your kid at?" And I'd be like, "What kid?" And they're like, "You said you have a 5-year-old daughter." "Oh yeah, that kid. She's on vacation in Utah with my grandparents." Anyway, but so always remember your lies. Another thing about meeting up with them, and this as far as like getting the money, I feel like it's really important to always make sure that they know what's going on before you meet. And that's definitely like letting them know about the meat fee. I feel like we got to make sure the money is safe too. We can't just be going out there high and dry and getting played. We can't be going out there getting finesse. So I definitely would make sure that is about the transaction. It's really important that you make sure they pay you in a form that they cannot cancel, and then you make sure that you have conversations with them as to like pertaining to them sending you the money. Make sure there is conversations, there is documentation, because let me tell you this, one time I got paid through Square Cash, and this was like at the beginning of this year. He sent me like $250. I want to say like it was kind of a weird amount, maybe 246 or whatever. Whatever the case, he sent me the money, blah, 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 blah. Like, I really used to delete my text messages all the time. So I don't delete my text messages no more. But I deleted my text messages, and guess what? He disputed that with the bank. This guy disputed the transaction with the bank, and I had no proof. He said that he sent the payment on accident. He doesn't know me. I had no proof of conversation. Like, that's how crazy it was, because if I had proof for conversation, I would have kept the money. But yeah, he was that petty. Like, we got into like a little argument or whatever, and he's like, "You're just using me for money," and he disputed it. Like, just like that. So I would say always keep proof that they are sending you the money. That do not delete anything. I mean, it should be common sense, but I didn't know. Another thing is, do not give out your real phone number. You're gonna download apps like Text Now, all those apps where you can get fake numbers, and do that. When I say that because I do FaceTime sugar daddies, when I say I FaceTime them, I make my sugar daddies, if they don't, FaceTiming them off of Snapchat. That's my way of them seeing me. I do not give them my number. I'm not even capping. Like, in the history, I had a sugar daddy for 2 years. This was when I first started. He never had my number. He never. Y'all think I'm playing. He never had my number. I could not play with y'all. I don't give them anything, because it feels like I give them everything. I'm sending you pictures. I'm telling you, like, you're so cute. You're so handsome. I'm calling you my Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm calling sweetheart. I just make them feel so good that they feel like, okay, should I question if this is her real number? They shouldn't question it. The Text Now app is like a real number. I forget the other app that I use, but those are like real numbers. They shouldn't even be questioning that. But the whole FaceTime thing, like, "Oh, do you have an iPhone?" And another thing is, like, when you're texting, the message is green and they have an iPhone, be like, I wish I had an iPhone. Even though most of us do have iPhones, we have iPhones. Just be like, I wish I had an iPhone. That way we could FaceTime. You don't know. They might buy you an iPhone. Like, it's really that simple. You always got to make them feel fucking special. But I'm getting off the safety part. So, we got that down pat. Meet them in public places. Never meet them at night. Always tell your friends and family when you're meeting them. Always keep your location on. Never give them your real name. And also never give them your real number. And guess what? This video was very fucking, short. I'm shocked. That's pretty much it. I'm so proud of myself. But of course, you guys know, if you guys have any questions, you can always DM me. You can always, my Instagram is Codenamechanel. And you can Snapchat me, CHANELKIDDIRB, but I'm going to attach all that. And you can email me, codenamechanel@gmail.com. I feel like email is better because then you guys all can be at one place, because not everybody has Snapchat, not everybody has Instagram. So if you guys could email me. I got to go on a little date, so I'll see y'all later.